Hey, St. Mary. Y'all welcome, welcome. How y'all doing? Hello, beautiful. Y'all come on in. Let's go ahead and get this thing started. Y'all, I'm on my lunch break, so I figure I'll do a lunch break. And then if I don't finish, I'll do the rest at 6 o'clock. Okay, or whatever time I have on the second one that I scheduled. How y'all doing? Y'all doing good? Y'all, I don't know if I'm gonna stay the entire time because see, last time I didn't get to eat no lunch on here talking about the video. Yep. Yes, thank you so much, St. Mary. I appreciate you so much. Y'all come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Share the video, y'all. Don't forget to comment. Let's dialogue while we're talking about this. All right, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and get started because I'm on my lunch break and I got 1 hour. So we're gonna jump in. Hey creation, what's up, beautiful? I hope y'all having a great Friday. I am so happy that it is Friday. Yes, I am. I don't know about y'all, but I am happy that it's Friday. Okay? Because your girl, I need some rest. I'm tired. And y'all, while we're waiting on everybody to come on, don't forget tomorrow at 8 a.m. I know it's early in the morning, Eastern time. Hey Nija, we we're having our 100th episode of Let's Chat at 8 a.m. And I have my first cousin that's going to be on there. And then I have a friend of mine that's going to be on there. Y'all, he is single. All right. I'm just saying. What's up, Grace? It started at 8 a.m. Eastern time. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get started. So those that are coming in, this is part two. If you have not watched part one, make sure you go do that. What we are doing, we are giving commentary on on Krista's latest video about her details of her marriage, and we are just kind of walking through it to say how we feel about it, whether we think it's crap or not, and we just give wisdom towards it. All right, let's get it started, y'all.
And that was it. And it was on me to make the arrangements if it affected my life, if it affected my routine. It was on me to take care of all those things. So I said, no, I'm not doing it this time. So I booked my flight to Panama by myself. It's a capable adult. He can figure it out because I've been figuring it out for years. Even with my first son and currently with our daughter, I was figuring it out. I was making the plans. I was making the doctor's appointments. I was booking the babysitter. I was on top of everything. I was figuring it out and I was making the moves. You can figure it out for 2 days. Since you have time to go be with other women, you can find time to take care of your child. So 2 days after being at my ex-husband's house, I got my items from my home and I flew to Panama on March 29th. Remember, I saw the messages the 25th. I was there for a few days at my ex-husband's house, and then I left for Panama on the 29th. The same day that I was traveling to Panama, as I said in a previous video, and if you guys look, you can actually see all the details are hidden everywhere, but we're going to put it out in plain sight. The same day I traveled to Panama for my birthday, it's the same day my ex-husband traveled to Paris. So we weren't even close to each other at all. But
what? Wait, what?
Others would say.
Wait a minute. I thought she said, y'all, that she left the kid with him for him to figure it out. So they both left around the same time. Is that what she's saying? Wait, what? So then someone else someone else was minding the kid, I'm assuming. Okay, whatever. Because I mean, well, first of all, she didn't. So okay. I mean, I'm not really understanding it because the point wasn't taken because he went to Paris, so he didn't stay. He got somebody else to mind the kid, and you went to Panama, and he went to Paris.
Otherwise, I traveled to Panama for my birthday. I traveled on the 29th. My birthday is the 31st. I didn't have much plans in Panama because I kind of just went off on a limb and I kind of took.
So yeah, what she's doing right now, she's explaining. I guess there has been questions about her whether she went on a trip with someone in Panama, when she went on the trip, was there someone with her? I think they're saying that she had a man or something with her, um, and uh, uh, and uh, and what she's trying to explain, that obviously there was no man. She went by herself, and that she met somebody along the way. So let me see if I can speed that up, because I mean I really don't care about that, and we don't care about that, right? I'm just saying, no one cares about that. Okay.
It's called the spider vehicle, whichever vehicle it was with the open
She's
open
still
roof
explaining her time.
vehicle, like a tricycle. I booked that excursion. I think I booked it like the night before the morning of the excursion. So it was like a last minute thing. And the excursion is like a group of people go at once. You don't just go by yourself, it's a group of people. Because I booked so late and last minute, I was a solo person. And everyone else, generally, when I got there, were with a partner. There were men and women together, or whoever it was. There were couples together, however you want to put it. People of two. So I was in front of the pack when we were driving the excursion. The reason I was in the front is because the tour guide was in the vehicle with me. So she had to be in the vehicle with me, and we led the rest of the group around the country to where we were going to the different destinations. So when people ask, was there a stranger taken? Yes, there was a stranger. Took the it's just so funny to me when people ask the silliest questions.
No, Krista, that's not
took
fair.
the excursion, came back.
You should listen. The reason why they're asking the question is because you should never acting like it's no big deal staying at the house with your ex-husband. So their point is that, did you go to Panama by yourself, or was your ex-husband with you, or you were with some type of guy? That's a legitimate question.
And in between time, either before or after, I kind of just did like a self-care day. I went to the salon. I had recently bleached my hair. I went to the barbershop and had them cut it down. I went to the nail salon and got a manicure and pedicure because I don't keep my nails done.
Thank you, Keisha.
I don't like having my nails done. So I went and just had like the regular gel manicure and a gel pedicure as my self-care day. The day of my birthday, I also didn't have plans. So I did a last minute spa day for myself. I booked a spa. I think it was like a massage for about an hour.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to speak with it. I mean, I
with a young lady.
And
we kind of just kiki haha, happy birthday, whatever it was. I left her my number
and now she's talking about the young lady that she claimed that she met from
my hotel.
They were doing
so
dinner.
She called me and she said, hey, what you doing for the rest of our birthday? And I said, I don't have anything planned. So she said, well, I have dinner reservations. I can add you to it and you can just come and join me for dinner. So I said, okay, cool. So she sent me the location and the time of the dinner reservation. And I didn't really have an outfit for that. I never have an outfit because I didn't pack anything. I didn't pack heels. I didn't pack anything. I didn't even pack makeup for my.
How you gonna go to Panama for your birthday and you don't have nothing fly to wear? Come on now, work with me.
Sure.
Yeah, come on.
But this young lady was
that noise here or there. Let me
shoes and in a bag, and then I met her for dinner at the location that we went to. Had dinner. We kind of just talked over our life. We're strangers because again, there's a lot of you meet strangers when you're traveling, but we kind of just clicked on the subject of being in Panama solo because our partners was doing something else. That's what we kind of vibed on.
So they were bonding over trauma.
And for identity purposes, I'm not going to reveal her identity. I do have pictures of her on my phone. I do have pictures that we did take together. I do still have her contact number in there because she lives on the West Coast. So we don't even live. I live on the East Coast. She lives on the West Coast. So when someone's saying I was there in Panama with someone, technically yes, but it was just a young lady that I met, and we kind of just celebrated our birthday together on the 31st. So when I returned from the 31st, that's when I said the apartment, still trying to clear my mind and stuff. I said, I'm gonna work on clearing up the apartment and remodeling the apartment. So I decided to paint the apartment. The painter came in and was changing things around, pushing our furniture aside, and the painting had convened. the painting started. And I think he had to do a second layer or something, but the painting started. That brings us to April 3rd. So April 3rd is when I received a message. I didn't even get communication, like verbal communication. I received a message from my partner stating that he would be moving out and he's enrolling our daughter into daycare. I said, okay, send me the daycare information. April 3rd, he messaged me. He will be moving out and will be enrolling our daughter into daycare. I said, okay.
She put a correction on here. It actually was, instead of April 3rd, it was actually April 1st.
Send me the daycare information. I don't think he liked that response because I think he came back and said, or he sent me back a message and said, I ain't doing it no more. He's not enrolling her in daycare or some other nonsense. But our daughter was not in daycare until April. I don't even know when he enrolled her in daycare, but I know it was after I was gone April 3rd. And I came out April 6th. So the whole daycare, I had her in daycare, and because she was gone for 2 weeks, the math's not mathing.
It doesn't matter.
Mr. Accountant, the math is not mathing. The 6 to math and numbers don't lie. But somehow, anyway, I digress. So he said he was enrolling her in daycare. He's moving out. I said, okay. That was that. Continue on with my day and with the painting. And he was sleeping the night of the 3rd. He was sleeping in my son's room, just peacefully, mouth open, just sleeping. And I'm like, no, man, you're not going to just come in here and sleep peacefully after you done come and do what you do. There's no accountability. I was dealing with so much. This is 2024 from 2021. I was dealing with so much. And you think you just gonna come in here and just sleep peacefully and just, that's it? We don't address nothing? So no, we gotta address it. We have to address it. So, had a quick mental breakdown. But people don't like you saying mental breakdown. We can't address, we can't touch mental health at all. But I'm gonna touch on it because it is a reality and it is real. Mental health is real and it should be something that's not shunned. You shouldn't be shamed for speaking about it. Had a semi-breakdown and I went to my partner trying to get some answers. How are you treating me this way? Why are you okay treating me this way? And I'm like, you don't ever treat other people this way. I said, I brought up Sheena. And I said, you don't even treat Sheena like this. If you have this bad relationship with Sheena, you don't even treat her like this. And I'm here doing all this stuff for you. And look how you treated me, you know? Sorry, Miss Sheena. But that was just a heat of the moment. And his response was, I'm going to take everything out on you. I'm going to take everything out on you. April 3rd, he said that. Where are we now? February 2026.
No, No, it's more to that. I don't know why this girl thinks somebody just woke up yesterday and no, it's more to that. Okay, it's more than he just said, "Oh, I'm gonna take it out on you." I mean, there's a gap somewhere, right? That can't be accurate. That doesn't even sound right. Okay, so she's skipping some steps, is what she's doing, and why it's not properly adding up. Number one, what I'm trying to figure out, why is Krista asking her husband, why are you treating me this way? When you have seen multiple text messages of him dealing inappropriately with other women. Just not one, according to you. So I'm not really understanding. And then he wasn't giving you any feedback, and throughout the time while you were asking him questions, and then now all of a sudden when you come back from Panama, you want to force him to talk, but he has never been talking. And so that's my whole point. My whole point is that the minute you saw your husband behaving in an inappropriate way several times with several women throughout the marriage, and when you confront him and he doesn't give you any explanation, I'm trying to figure out why in the ham sandwich will you wait? I mean, what are you waiting on to make a move? It makes no sense. She has seen, according to her, she has seen this dysfunction throughout the marriage. So to even ask him why you treating me this way is unnecessary because he's been treating you this way. At this point, then at this point, when you see something like this happening, then you begin to make moves. I do not understand this thing where she's trying to force him to talk. He's not talking because that tells me that he's already checked out. That's what that says to me.
April 2024, he said he's going to take everything out on me. February 2026. What is he doing? Continuing to take everything out on me. So April 3rd happened. Already said it. We already spoke about it. I spoke about the end results of April 3rd. And then once I came out on April 6th, it was 5 o'clock in the morning. I made some phone calls. Nobody was answering the phone. So for all the people want to ask, why did she go here? Why did she do it? I reached out to trusted people and persons, including family members, and they didn't answer the phone. I can't fault them for that. You know who answered the phone? My ex-husband, as he was laying in bed with his girlfriend. He got up out of his bed, came and got me. And so I went there and I spent the night there.
Well, baby, listen, but he got a very understanding girlfriend. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, if I'm laying in the bed, if the ex-husband ain't calling about something going on with the kid, or I mean the ex-wife, ain't calling about something going on with the kid, you can't come and stay here. When if I got my girlfriend in the bed here, tell me they didn't answer the phone, then go to a hotel. But you see how she tried to smooth over that? Like, that's just no big deal. No one picked up, so then I just called my ex. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. Okay. All right.
My son was already with him. Just an FYI. The son I shared with my ex-husband was already with my ex-husband because they had traveled to Guyana for the spring break. So when everything was going down, my son, for the majority of the time, from my birthday from the 31st of March up until the 4th, I think they returned, he was with his father. The man said he was taking care of them for picnic. That's how he referred to as my son, as his stepson, them for picnic. The picnic was with his father for the majority of the time. And so that's the timeline. And then, as I said, for 2 months, that is where I resided for 2 months until everything was cleared up. My son is there. I had a trusted individual. And that was my life for 2 months. That's the timeline. Now that we got to the...
No, listen, now you saw how she said that? That's the timeline. I stayed with him for 2 months. Okay, so but what happened to your family? What happened to your friends? Why did you need to stay with your ex-husband claiming that he got this serious relationship with the girlfriend? So I guess that's to say nothing is going on. Child, if you don't stop nonsense on this internet, you girl, please. Okay, well, who is it? Neighbor, so-called neighbor of Alicia Kim is a troll. Yeah, give me the name. Give me the name so I can see who it is. Right. That's what I'm saying. But she can't. She doesn't get that. Y'all, I'm just looking for somebody. Because listen, we don't mind you coming over here disagreeing with us, but if you get nasty and you get crazy, I'll tell you right now, it's gonna be a problem. Okay, so y'all. Okay, so you see, so my thing is, y'all. Okay, y'all watch the stuff to make sure no one is being disrespectful and all that kind of stuff. And if it is, I need to know because I will block you. And we don't care that you disagree with us because we all have different perspectives. But if you come over here arguing and fighting with us, we're not having that. We just not having it. I'm just telling you, we're not having it. So um uh uh so you see how she just skated over that, and so then I stayed with him for 2 months. But then okay, yeah, but what happened to the friends? Y'all, what happened to the mama and the daddy? What happened to the brother? Because according to Nara, she's staying in the brother's house now, the one that was empty when she was going through this. So now, come on now. So this trying to act like it's no big deal that you staying with your ex-husband and your current husband don't really know what type of dynamic that is. So just like you thought he was cheating, he thought you was cheating. So you thought he was cheating all throughout. Now you're talking about, you know, okay. It doesn't matter that the son was with the dad. You don't get to go to your ex-husband's house. You got a whole mama and a daddy and a brother, and you have friends. Your situation is already dysfunctional. Then you add another component to it. So what? Nair's supposed to think that she's over there in good faith? Come on now. Just. I mean, my point is, the bottom line is, y'all, that's skimming over. Oh, so I was just there for 2 months. See, that tells me something. That tells me something right there that she is not being honest. She want to smooth over it. Oh, Shania. Okay, I see you. I'm sorry for getting a little strong. I apologize. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I think I'm pronouncing your name Shania. I apologize. Um, so only thing I'm saying um, is that y'all something something ain't right. Something with this ex-husband, and she keep feeling the need to mention that the girlfriend, y'all. Some ain't no girlfriend feeling comfortable with your ex-wife coming to stay with you like that. I'm sorry. Let me put this up here. So y'all want to ignore the fact that the followers have been going to the lady job causing chaos. Okay, so what followers? To Alicia, what you mean, Alicia Kim followers? Was going has gone to Krista job and harass her. Hey, Dr. Charles. Well, number one, first of all, see, this is how this thing has gotten out of hand. Did not tell y'all that Sheila and Krista shouldn't have gotten themselves involved in this. This is why. The reason why is because Alicia Kim haters pulled them into it, and then they fell right into it. You see what I'm saying? And they fell right into it. Now the people got hatred for them, something that they didn't even have to be a part of, something that they did not have to be a part of. Good afternoon, Coach. But I don't buy the story that the ex-husband's girlfriend was okay with her. Listen, I don't know who Dr. Charles. She must think she must think we got a dumb spirit on us. Because baby, you can go tell that lie to somebody else. That ain't even no. That's not how that works. And listen, I'm not saying that has never happened to where that's a situation that can occur, but not in yours. Mm-mm. Just because the mere fact and how she is trying to keep bringing that up tells me that she's not being totally honest. Okay, so that's the first thing. She's not being totally honest. She can go tell that lie somewhere else. No, she started creation. She started out 2 days, and then pretty much a few minutes ago, she said, then she ended up staying 2 months, and then she just went right over that like like it was like you're serving popcorn. Yeah, heck of the popcorn. Just you move on. I don't think so.
Timeline. That timeline. Let's go to after the incident. I received paperwork from the courts in summertime of 2024 that I was being sued. Patterns, people like to say sue. I was being sued. I received a civil lawsuit from my partner for an amount of upwards of $6,000 for repairs to his vehicle that I damaged. Reasonable enough. We can say that if I damage your vehicle, I should be responsible for paying the vehicle. We can say that. But we can also say that in between that time, there was limited to no conversation about the marriage, about what happened in the marriage, what happened to me.
I don't care if there was limited conversation about Zumu. You don't get to tear up somebody's car and then pretend that you're not responsible for the money because you're not getting any other type of dialogue that you desire. That's not how that works. See, Krista seemed to have some type of um, um, there's a disconnect somewhere I can clearly see. She thinks, well, that's reasonable. Well, then no, if it's reasonable, just said I damaged his car. That was wrong, and I need to pay for it. Okay, that's all she needs to say. But at the same time, I wasn't getting any dialogue. I don't care if he was standing beside you and remained silent. You still need to pay for the car.
I was gone. There was no conversation about anything. The only conversation we had was about making arrangements for our daughter to make sure that she still was in both of our lives. The marriage never had a conversation. My mental health, my work, nothing was questioned. The only thing I received, the correspondence, was a lawsuit to say, hey, I'm suing you for this amount of money because you damaged my vehicle. Okay. That lawsuit was dismissed, by the way. I'm not going to speculate why it was dismissed, but per the judge is that you're still married. So I don't know if he took the wrong route in filing the lawsuit. Maybe it was a technicality. He should have took the family court route instead of a civil route. Maybe it was a technicality.
See, but this is my issue with this young lady here. He shouldn't have had to sue you at all. What you should have done after you jacked up the car, you just should say, hey, listen, I was wrong, and I'm gonna pay. I'm gonna pay for the damage. Just give me some. Because at this point, you guys, you got at this point, Nair has decided that there is no more marriage. Y'all, a marriage takes two people. So you have to. If the other person don't want it, then you ain't got a marriage. You just got a marriage on the paper legally. Do you understand what I'm saying?
But you filed a lawsuit against your wife.
Is something wrong with this girl? Look at she paused right there, and that was something profound to say. So what he was trying to say, here she go. So you filed a lawsuit against your wife, yeah, and you try to unalive your husband. That's where the pause need to come. And then all of a sudden you shock about the repercussions of that or any consequences after that action. You somehow like you can put some weight on his reaction to your behavior. Well, what? Let me tell you one thing, baby. That's a straight up narcissist right there. She's trying to put weight on the reaction opposed to her own behavior, which caused the reaction. Thank you, Saint Mary. What now? And then she paused the evidence that was something traumatic. But you just try to unalive the man. Correct. She somehow thinks the reaction, she gets to put more weight on the reaction. It is just beyond my understanding.
You filed a lawsuit against your wife. There was an act that sent your wife away, and then you followed up with filing a lawsuit to recoup money. What's not going to be said is that the time it took for him to file the lawsuit and that time for his vehicle to be repaired, where did you get the money from to repair the vehicle?
It don't matter.
Because generally you have insurance that covers certain things. It covers windshield, it covers whichever, but you couldn't afford that. You couldn't add those additions to your plan, so your vehicle wasn't covered for the damages that it sustained. So you had to pay out of pocket for that. Where did you get the money to pay out of pocket? The landlord and my mother. The landlord and my mother.
And what your mother should have done is make you pay her back. You saying that like that's some like some dig in there. That's not a dig on Mary because he couldn't afford to pay a $6,000 bill. The average person can't afford to pay a $6,000 bill. Yo, what is she even talking about? The average person can't even just come up with $6,000 and pay $6,000. So that's not a dig on him. Correct. What? Absolutely, Joan. Absolutely. I mean, she's saying that as some digs because you couldn't afford it. Well, obviously, you couldn't afford it either. Because your mother had to give him money based on your actions. Now, everybody affected. Say that again. Correct, Javon. Correct. Because before she couldn't get a hold of the family, she had to go stay with the husband. But she had to go stay with the ex-husband for 2 months. But all of a sudden now the family's involved. Baby, the story is. Come on. The landlord, not my aunt, isn't the landlord her aunt? Oh, can somebody verify this? Isn't the landlord her aunt? Can somebody verify that? Yeah, that's exactly what she. Women, let me tell you, y'all. Before I hit play, let me tell y'all something. Y'all gotta be careful how y'all talk to your significant other. Relationship, whether your boyfriend, husband, you gotta be very careful. How we communicate, how we say things, our tone, all that kind of stuff matters. I'm just saying, if you want to be in a healthy relationship, you need that kind of stuff. You need to work on. I work on it all the time. So yes, the landlord is her aunt. Now you see how she's not being honest. Why don't she just say the aunt, the landlord, which is my aunt? Oh my God! And so the aunt wanted her evict. You see what I'm saying? You see how she framed that. And if you're not analytical, or you don't know how to analyze things, if you don't listen carefully, you would think that some landlord that they don't know, right? That's not associated with them in any way, help pay his stuff. Come on now. Y'all see what I'm saying? This is y'all. Nobody's trying to gang up on Krista. And if anybody that's going to Krista's job, something is wrong with you. If you messing with this girl like that, if you going to her job and harassing her, something is wrong with you. Your elevator don't go all the way up to the top. You need some type of counseling. You dangerous. You act like a stalker. You crazy. Because this is this information on the internet that we're giving commentary on. You don't get to get back crazy in somebody else's business. Okay? That's just ridiculous. So that's what so then the aunt put her out. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Y'all, Krista's not being honest, and that's my issue. She is
Loaned you the money,
you should
to
have
which
paid.
you said that you were to recoup it from me by suing me. My mother, who was apparently non-existent and all this stuff, where was her mother? My mother, in attempt to resolve issues, gave you part of the money to repair your vehicle. My mother. Now, throughout the marriage, I was told by my partner I never did anything for him. He never asked me to do anything. That he has friends who will do so much more for him. That's verbal abuse, by the way, but we're going to touch on that later.
Girl, if you don't stop acting like you ain't got good sense, both of y'all body, stop it. Tell me that's verbal abuse. You were just as verbally abusive as Nary. Don't play that game. You both were. I mean, come on now. Come on now. You both are very two dysfunctional people. You were not a good fit for one another. Y'all, we all have some things in us that we still need to sit on somebody's couch and help us walk through because we are dysfunctional in that area. I'm not using a dysfunction as something negative or as a jab to her. I'm saying that all of us deal with it. It's just in different areas. Correct. And so I'm not saying that as a jab. I'm saying it as so she has to understand that she has two children. You don't you don't get to decide not to get here with two children. You got two kids. You don't get to decide. Okay, well I'm just not gonna get here. I'm not gonna let somebody challenge my thought process because Krista is talking as an if Nary is the issue. And what I'm saying to y'all, that's what dysfunctional people do. They're interested in being right. They're not interested in being healed.
You have people to do so much more for him. And yet, you got to turn to my relatives for help. Where are these people? All these people that support you now, where are they? Why didn't you turn to them for help? You turn to my family. And now you want to post up my brother and my father. Use your own family. Anyway, so the lawsuit was dismissed in summer. Early summer, the lawsuit was dismissed. I think it was early summer. Whichever. I was sued in early summer, but it ended up being dismissed because we are married. I then received another lawsuit. Sue me. Sue me. I then received another lawsuit, and the lawsuit came in the form of a complaint for divorce. A complaint for divorce is a lawsuit. So we're going to do some learning today. A complaint for divorce is a lawsuit. So I was being sued. I was a respondent in a lawsuit for the divorce.
Okay, y'all. So now she's about to get into the divorce type of thing. I'm gonna take care of that, y'all, on our next live. I think I got it for 6 p.m. this evening. I'm gonna finish it then. It's 3:40, and I only got an hour for lunch, and I need to go get me something. Y'all, I'm hungry. But let me just finish this. Listen, if Krista don't stop acting like Nary is the cause of this breakup, they both are. And what I'm saying to y'all, this is what I'm saying to y'all. Sometimes marriages do not work. Sometimes you think that you're ready to be in a marriage, but you don't fully understand the level of dysfunction that you're operating in because you never took the time to go check in like with friends and family and ex-boyfriends. I've told y'all that if you do have good relationships with your exes, there's nothing wrong with asking them, how did I show up for you and what was your issue with me? Why do you do that? You do that so you can recognize, okay, this is how this person is experiencing me. Because how you show up in a relationship is not based on it's not based on how you think you're showing up. It also includes how the other person thinks that you're showing up. So getting their feedback is important. I'm just saying if you have a good relationship with them, but even friends, even family, there's certain things you can just ask them. Well, what is this about me? Yeah, well, I think you this. Then you go work on those things. But marriages don't work. Sometimes it's unfortunate. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. And when they do, the people are intentional about how they communicate with one another. I am telling you, I'm telling you, partly the reason why she's doing this because she felt like Nary didn't give her a voice to do it in person. He wouldn't give her any feedback. She said that twice, right? She said that twice. Well, well, I guess that's maybe I need to pay for the car, but there was no communication about the marriage. There was no communication about my mental health. There was no communication. So her issue is that Nary shut down all communication with her. And this is the part now where she feels to get what she wants to say, she wants to get it out now. Rodney did not get the information that he presented from Nary. And people need to stop saying that. He did not. So what I'm saying is that Krista is not fully understanding what state that she's in. And my concern is that no one is around her to help her to understand the state that she in. And I'm talking about separate from I'm talking about separate from her relationship with Nary. Her relationship with Nary is just exposing who she really is and how she navigate things, right? That's all. That's what that is. And normally that's what marriage does, right? It's a mirror. It pretty much almost exposes you because see, you think you nice, you think you this and you think you that, but when you get married, the real you come out. You think you kind until you got to live with somebody. See, come see me ain't like come live with me. So most of the time, that's what that stuff is. It's a reflection of who you are, and the real you begin to come out. And guess what? A lot of times you're shocked that you're a little off because you didn't know that was in you. She's not fully understanding what's in her. The mirror is right there, and she just refuses to look at it. She wants to keep pointing the finger, and she just refuses to see herself for how she showed up in this marriage and the first one. Didn't I tell y'all on the last on part one? Your dysfunction, if you don't get it healed, it doesn't disappear for the next relationship. It shows up. If you don't get it healed, it's gonna show up in the next relationship. So she was dysfunctional in the first one. She came in this one, she's dysfunctional because she won't deal with her dysfunction. It is easier to blame. It is easier to point the finger instead of saying, what did I contribute to this breakdown, to this dysfunction? You see what I'm saying? Where should okay, let me get so now you gotta go. I just blocked her. Y'all, whatever my subscribers ask, that's what they get. Okay, all right. Listen, honor and respect your subscribers. Somebody harassing them, you don't let them come on your, especially folks they not no subscribers. They don't come up here and harass your subscribers. If your subscribers ask to being harassed, get rid of them. Okay. So y'all, so I'm gonna finish it. Let me see where I left off. I'm gonna finish this because I think she's almost done. She's at 20. I'm at 23. I'll pick this back up at 6 o'clock. We'll finish it out. I'll give my closing remarks. Y'all come on back if y'all can. It's Friday night. Y'all ain't got nothing to do. Y'all, let me go grab something quick to eat before jumping back on the clock. All right. I'll see you guys, and I will see you guys a little later. All right. Bye, y'all.